Republicans hope the Justice Act will rebuild trust between communities of color and law enforcement. Its three main goals are police reform, transparency, and accountability.
Too often we're having a discussion in this nation about, are you supporting the law enforcement community or are you supporting communities of color? This is a false binary choice.
While Scott believes police officers are overwhelmingly good people, he knows firsthand, as a black man stopped by law enforcement numerous times, how much reform is needed.
We find ourselves at a place with a package that I think speaks to the families that I spoke with yesterday who lost loved ones. We hear you. I think this package speaks very clearly to the young person who's concerned when he's stopped by the law enforcement officers. We see you.
The bill calls for an end to chokeholds, increases body camera use, and sets up a national database for reporting incidents involving force.
We're serious about making a law here. This is not about trying to create partisan differences. This is about coming together and getting an outcome.
Republican Congressman Pete Stauber, a former police officer shot in the line of duty, introduced the House legislation, agreeing it's time to enact meaningful change.
As someone who swore an oath to serve and protect my community, I was devastated watching the video of George Floyd dying at the hands of a Minneapolis police officer who swore that same oath.
Meanwhile, Democrats are pushing their own reform bill, criticizing the GOP plan as heavy on gestures, light on real reform.
This is not a choice between one side of an aisle or another. It is a choice between meaningful reforms in this moment or making symbolic gestures that will do nothing to save people's lives. It's a choice between action and inaction.
The Democrats' plan goes a step further by calling for an end to no-knock warrants and qualified immunity, which protects police officers from lawsuits. Ultimately, the two sides will have to come together on a compromise bill if any of the proposed ideas are to become law. Reporting from Washington, Abigail Robertson, CBN News.